Yesterday, I thought that was fully properly painted already because they took off the covers and all of these things, because there used to be a cover, and the tourists, I don't think the tourists were very happy about that because it happened during the summer and they were repairing the cathedral. So yeah, but now it's off, the plastic or whatever it is. And before I properly try to elevate my camera, I would like to show you what I found. Oh, it's mirror image, but it's still mirror image. But it's Victorian prose and poetry. It's heavy. There's a lot of brains in here. So I will try. I'm sorry, book. I'll use you for the non-intended purposes of a book. But yeah, that's a trash can. So it's not very nice. Well, I could move. I could try to move without the trash can. But then, where can I move? I can move there, but you will not see the view. I'm sorry. Or you can see the view, but I'm like this talking to you. Do you like that? No, I don't like it either. I don't have the tripod with me, so I'm still in a I'm still recovering myself, as maybe you can hear it in my voice. I feel like I sound different. I think a bit differently also. Because it's like I'm not the character anymore, but then I'm not fully Dominique either, whatever that means. I am floating somewhere in a place where it doesn't have a name, because I have still stains of the character, and I'm recovering the Dominique piece by piece. It's actually funny trying to recover yourself after playing a role, because apparently you have to ask yourself, well, what does Dominique like? At least that's how I tried. I asked myself, well, what does Dominique like? And also I found myself responding to stimuli more that appeals to me. For example, I like imitating random sounds. And recently I noticed that I don't stop myself from doing that. I just respond to it. When I hear an interesting sound, I copy it. Last time it was this screw of a cabinet that needs some grease on it, and I tried to copy that because I feel like that would help me come back to myself, because that's something that I really find interesting for some reason. And I don't stop myself from singing wherever I am, because sometimes I do that. I stop myself, especially when there are a lot of people around. And also I stop myself from copying the see, I just did that. and there are tourists around also. When I don't stop myself, like when I hear some crows or seagulls, I allow the animal part to come out. the hey maybe I'm one of you. It's weird. Now I understand why some people, because I just spent 3 days with the character, building it and trying to piece it together, but it's hard to let go of it. It's hard to wash it off. I have let go of it. Like, I told myself, hey. And another thing maybe that made it harder to let go of it is that I gave it a name, I gave it a backstory, I gave it another manner of speaking that I know exactly how it feels like when I'm in a place that I don't really prefer. And I gave it that. Maybe that's why it's harder to let go of, because it triggered the things that I thought I have healed, maybe. So I'm now in this floating space. I feel like I'm nameless. I'm in this floating. And maybe you remember a lot of people giving or sending hate to Austin Butler for staying as Elvis and not letting go of it. Now I understand why, because it's hard. Maybe it's easier for him since he's a professional and all, but to think of it just in the place where I am, in human being, and taking on becoming another human being that has some kind of similar human foundations but then different branches, and staying with him, it's quite longer. Of course, it's a movie. I don't know how long he has stayed with the character, with being Elvis, but I now understand why it's hard to let go of the voice, the mannerisms, it takes a process. It's little by little. It's not just, hey, I'm done with being Elvis. You even get some kind of, for me at least, I even get some kind of like that will just come out of nowhere, maybe a thought process, or because I told the teacher it's impossible for me to just go halfway on basically anything that I said I will do. It's impossible for my system. I don't know what it is. Maybe I inherited it somewhere from someone in the bloodline. It's impossible for me. That's why I also had this fear of fully becoming the character, but then I said I already would do it, so I did. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm just a nameless blob, which I told myself, well, don't be scared. Dominique is too strong of a character to just let go like that. It will come back piece by piece and maybe renewed or some other altered version. So I'm just hoping for the best.